How are you, Jumpy? Mm. Mm. Alright, we're gonna be looking back at this. Let's go! Mama. Not that one. Mom. You have 365 followers. It's perfect. I only need one person to watch me every single day. If only I streamed that long. That's good. I'm glad you're doing good. Hello, Rage. How are you, cutie? It's been years since I've seen you, Rage. Sorry, I was trying to find a Halloween world to load into. I'm doing a lot better today than I was yesterday, so that's good. I hope this world doesn't kill me. It said it was like it was a small one. Why isn't the music playing? There we go. Yes, it is Rage-matic Legends of the Shadows. Is good. Yay! You did? How'd you like it? Cute. Yeah. I don't think I haven't seen it personally. But I saw the other things that people did for it. It was cute. But I'm proud of you. You. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, baby. You're so precious. Mwah. I love you, Rage. Alright, we're gonna turn off this world music for now. We're gonna hope that... I keep forgetting to turn this setting on. There. Yeah. What? No. Bad. There you go. Yeah. Okay. I forgot I had stuff on the screen. Alright. That's my shelf. I forgot where I was in my room. Maybe that's an important thing to realize before I do anything. Maybe just a little. Pumpkins! Ooh. I'm so excited to have pumpkin seeds. Yeah. I love this. I love it. We're gonna turn off those two for now. Actually, we could turn on sound. We could turn on world volume. There we go. We don't need chairs. I can sit myself. I'm a big girl. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy now and I'm very scary. I punch my wall, stay out at night, and I do karate. This is kind of sad. You just get one chair and a little tiny TV. What if I want to have friends? Mom, can we get more? Can we get a couch? Wait, unless this is like a tree house. But still, you would have like a couch or a bunch of pillows, not just one chair. Excuse me? Oh, I'm pressing stuff on there. Nom. Nom nom. Oh. Oh, okay, bye. Oh, yes. My favorite candy. Ah! It bounces. No, you're adorable. You're adorable. I don't know why that's so entertaining. I'm a cat. I'm a real cat. Ha! 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 Oh. I need to move that. Actually, pin this. Get out of here. There we go. It's like Squid Game. Trying to flip the thing over. Oh goodness. Got a bottle of ooze. Do you want some bottle of blue boop? Blue boop doo bop madam bop. Bottle of blue ooze or bottle of green ooze? Both. Ah. I feel funky. Ooh. Bubble and double and boil and bubble. Bubble trouble double and bubble. Schmubble gobble da pop ratata. Wait, can we put... Oh. It'd be cool if it changed. What if I get in there? This girl is on fire. On fire. What? I can't have any more. Sad noises. I don't know if I would have my bed down here. I think this should be moved. Like, I would have my bed here. Or my alchemist table here. And then I'd have my bed where my alchemist table is. Or my witchcraft table. I don't know. Where it holds my candy. Ooh, it's so pretty. Look at the pretty. Look at the pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. What am I doing? Horn? Oh, music. Hello from the other side. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I'm done. Don't matter. Oh, hi, you're on this side. Hello from the other side. I can try. No. Let me turn on the TV? No. Oh, it has Happy Halloween on it. That's cute. Wow. 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 Wait, we can go over here. Ah! Oh, shucks. Wanted to go on top. Do 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 ah. Ha! This is how you water the plants over here. Alright, wait a second, wait a second. Alright, here. How to cheat the system. There we go. Hi Nino, how are you, cutie? How you doing? How's everything? I heard. He said, I cried a bit. A lot. Oh, you did a great job. I haven't seen it, but I believe that you did a great job. Cutie. Ba, 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 ba. Use a cutie. Excuse me. Aw, sadly the video's almost over. I like the Halloween music. Guess it's back to boring music. Oh, I forgot. I also had some stuff. Hello, I'm attached. Oh. I'm sorry, what? Ooh, I have an idea that we could do for things to do for Halloween. The reaction video. The link. One day I'll catch you streaming early, Peach. Alright, Lefty, I'm sorry. I love you so much. Thank you so much for dropping by. I love and appreciate you. I'm gonna precariously bring you back here so I can give you hugs and kisses. I love you. Hope you have a wonderful sleep and a wonderful rest of your week. Oh boy. Oh yeah. I guess we could have that for what I want to do next. Music. Okay. I probably won't I probably won't watch it on stream for that reason. Also because I'd have to hear my own voice. And that's cringe. But I have another idea that I wanted to do. Oh heck, I forgot. Maybe not that. Maybe I have to do it on. But the best way to do it is I'll set it up like this. We'll set up the camera real quick. Wait, what am I doing again? I don't know anymore. Wow, I just spaced out. What? What's happening? Oh, I could do it this way. Alright then. There we go. Alright. That would be fun. I wanted to hang out with people and do horror maps on VR. I'd love to. Alright. Now then. What exactly shall we do? I was gonna tell horror stories. I was gonna read some creepypastas, but then I realized that my it wouldn't let me on my computer, to be honest. Maybe you should come closer. Maybe that would be a little better if you came closer. Don't really have the pumpkins in the background. Alright then. I remember some of them. I need to scoot back a little bit real quick. Alright. Let me see if I can remember this one. Now, if you watch horror things or creepypasta, any of those type of things, you might have heard this story before. There's a couple that I'm retelling with my own words, probably horribly, to be honest. So the first one we're going to do is, I'm making up stupid names for them, so don't expect anything. First one we'll do is Loss. It's just the 4 panels. Anyway. Oh, golly gosh. Alright. Story starts off with a family. Mom, dad, and son. Sadly and tragically one day, they lost their son. And so, as the parents try to live their life without their son, they find it very difficult and hard. And they find a pamphlet one day, just floating in the air, you know, stuck on their car, and they grabbed it, and they look at it, and it says, you know, coping doll. And they're like, huh. And they read up more on it, you know, and they find out where this place is, and they go to this place. And this man sits them down and says, are you sure you want to do this? They're like, yes, we want to do this. And basically explain that they make this doll life size and life like ish. It's more of like a rag doll. And so they kind of recreate their son as this doll. Now it surely doesn't look alive, it surely does not look like their son, but it does represent them, you know. And they say, the man says that made this doll, when you bring this into your home, they will be real. They will be real to you and only you. It will help you cope and get over this loss. Now, do not use this, like, you know, for long periods of time, because you will soon, you know, believe that they are real and there's like big consequences with this. So it is just used to help the mom, because the mom at this point has had, you know, basically shut down. So the dad is really just trying to help the mom get out of this depression. And so the mom is really happy. She's hugging the doll. And the husband is kind of confused and is like, all right. And they bring him home. And the mom starts talking to the doll. And dad's like, what are you doing? And she turns the doll around. It's like, this is our son. Look at him. This is our son. Look how beautiful he is. And the father looks and is like, that's just our doll. This can't be. And he blinks and he sees his son. And so for a month or so, they live like this. Live with the son, the doll, and they seem pretty happy. But the mom becomes a little hysterical, I guess you could say. She's a little crazed. And she a little too obsessed over this doll. And the father's realizing, we can't keep this doll. Like, we can't, it's not safe. It's hurting her. She's like taking all of her life basically to just take care of this doll. And so he decides to, you know, try and take away this doll from her. And they start, you know, kind of like tugging the doll. But basically for her, it's the son. So, like, you see her trying to take the son. But for him, he just sees the doll because he knows. And because, you know, with this doll, you have to believe. And he rips, you know, basically tugs the doll hard enough to where the doll and the mom fall out of the front door. And he realizes as he turns around and looks at the mom to make sure that she's okay, because he didn't mean to really throw her like that she's a doll as well. Shocker. Now, I know there's a better way to tell that story. I certainly am not the best storyteller, especially when I don't have a script and I haven't told stories in a long time. And I certainly am not good at horror. What's another good one? I was just listening to a couple. I don't think I listened to the end of this one, but it was pretty cute. Actually, I don't think there's really much horror into that one. Is that one? I think so. Alright, so we'll tell another one. So we'll get into character, get into story. This, I believe, will be told in first person. So let's give this man a name. Let's go with Jared, because I've been wanting to name everything Jared recently. So this man, or this kid named Jared, you know, he's, I think at this point, he's in his late 20s, 27 probably, let's go with. And he lived with his family. He had a family of just his mom and his dad, and it was him. So he's an only child, and they lived in a hotel. They met like they ran the hotel and all this, and so he lived through there, and he had a little sister, and they lived happily in this hotel. They loved having all this space in the middle of the woods. There it was more like a motel, I guess. It was, not a lot of long staying people, but it was very nice and cozy. They definitely made it feel at home. And then one day, well, actually not one day, but they had what are they called? Recurring guests? What would they be called? Regulars, I guess. They would come once a year. Let's say, I don't actually remember. That was terrifying. My dog just started licking her lips, and I forgot that she was up there. Let's say November, and it was always on the full moon. And was it like around the full moon, new moon phases of moon cycle? And they never really got to know that family. They always knew them as, they were kind of like weirdly mixed. Like they didn't all look the same. They didn't really seem like a family, but they seemed like it in the sense of they're always together. And they have basically, the mom figure, the dad figure. They had a younger son, and then an old man. He didn't look like an old grandpa. He looked like an older man, but still had his posture and stuff like that. They didn't look frail at all. They were pretty skinny though. They always wore dark clothing, and they always came in the middle of the night, basically, mainly at dark. And as these two kids were growing up, Jared and his sister were growing up in this hotel, they would see them again and again each year, the same day, same times. And they would always see them come in, let's say at 3. They would always come in at 3, and then they would leave the same time. The next, they would spend a week there. So basically, it would be Saturday. Let's do Friday to Friday. They stayed Friday to Friday and came in at 3. And so they remember this family. They don't really know their names. They don't know anything about it other than they come once a year and they stay for a week. And their parents told them to never go into their room. Oh, okay, bye, dog. To never go into their room. Never. Don't touch anything. Don't look in their window. But they were told to, clean the rest of the rooms and all of that. And as they grew up, and Jared moved out, and, oh, I skipped a very important part, actually. Before Jared grew up, they were, let's say, Jared was the oldest, and he was 5, and his sister was 3. So Jared and his sister lived, but she got very sick with cancer, and they had to go to the hospital, and why is this so loud? What the heck? But Jared never really got to see her sister after she got the cancer, and she sadly died at the age of 3. And so sorry, excuse me. So Jared doesn't really remember his sister too much, just the small little memories that they had together, playing in the forest and playing in their home. And Jared, moved out and was living his life until the age of 27, where he heard both of his parents had already died. His mom died a while ago of old age, and soon did his father die. And in their will, they had said that they wanted their son to take care of the hotel. And so the son went back to the hotel after many, many years of not living there, and found that it was basically in the same shape as it was when he left. Basically everything was there that he had. Hi, dog. Everything was there that he had remembered. The same painting in the same spot, the bell, their register, their fireplace, their couch, the same rug. Everything was still in the same place. And he talked, and you, what is it? He finally got the keys, basically, to, and the signature and all that, to own the hotel. And he had to run it, and there was a list of things to do and not to do and all of that. And he wanted to sell it because he was like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm a busy man. I have my own life. I have things that I have to deal with. And so he was going to sell it. And then he realized that his parents said a note that you can't sell it, and they have to host these people that came annually, and he forgot about them. And he was like, oh yeah. Oh well, whatever. And and so he started to sell it. And as he was doing that, he realized that, oh, it's heckin' November. I have to host them. And they came in, like they normally do. And, what's it called? They get the same room every time, so they gave him the key and whatever, they leave. And, they leave and then they go into a hotel room, and he's very curious because he's never really known what they do. So he kind of just stands outside, not outside, but at the window to where you can see all the rooms, and he watches them. And he sees what they do, and they're basically nothing. They go right to sleep, basically. They just stay in the dark, no lights on, no lights off, kind of thing. And after they left, he realizes what they do to their place. He goes in, and it reeks of death. He goes in and he finds the bathtub full of blood and objects, and you can't tell what it is. And the carpet has blood stains on it. And he remembers that his father would always change the carpets, and he would wonder why he would always change the carpets. And he realized that this is why. And so he went in and drained it, and apparently he found, limbs of a deer and stuff like that. So they basically were cleaning their deer. They're like, oh, they're hunters. They hunt the deer, and they clean them in there. And what was I saying? What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Oof. Oh. Gomenasai. Okay. Okay. I like kind of forgot the story because I'm bad at stories. Yeah, so he scrubbed the bathroom. Yeah, okay. So Jared ran the hotel for many years after, and realizing it's much harder to run a hotel than it had been when he was a kid because he didn't really have much responsibilities. He, um, they also have a dead road that it ran to because they made a new highway, so there was a lot less traffic. So it was really hard to keep it up with the money that he was earning, which was basically nothing. Um, and the family came back again. Ah, all right. This one sucked. I'm sorry. What the heck happened? I. Why don't I remember any of this? Heck, hecka. All right. Anyways, let me. I can't spell. All right. I'm sorry. That sucked. But what I can say for that story is I can kind of skip the whole thing of everything else and tell you the gist of it because I literally didn't remember it, and this is my fault and I'm so sorry. But basically what happens, he has to run the hotel and he doesn't want to, but because he has notes left from his family saying he needs to continue to run the hotel because these people keep coming back and they need someone to run it and no one else will do it, and he's the only one that can do it. And family, it's a tradition kind of a thing, and this and that, and he's like, no, I don't wanna. And so he, starts to, sell the hotel, and then the people come over again, and then he's like, ooh. And then he finds this thing behind he has multiple letters labeled like don't open this until this year and time, and so he opens them one by one. And there's really only two. It's just one saying, it's like, do not sell this to anyone for any reason. And he finds behind this in this one envelope saying, don't open this unless an emergency. And he opens it, and it's a letter saying, look behind the panels on the behind the desk, and he opens the wood panels, which apparently are loosened and able to be opened, and there's a lock, and then he finds the key in the envelope, and he opens it, and he finds these bags, and these weirdly wrapped bags are the same things that this family keeps giving him for payment, and he finds cash wrapped up in individual cloths. And so he realizes he has a ton of money. And kind of thinking, it's like, oh, I don't have to really take care of a hotel. I can just leave. And, he found a picture in this pile of money, and he sees it's a family picture. But there's his sister, and he really looks close at this, and he realizes he's seen this face before, not just on his sister, but on someone else. And so he, what the heck? He finds the next time that these people came, that he looks into one of the eyes of this girl and figures out that it's her. It is his sister. And the girl is finally like, you finally realized it's me. And then they're like, oh my god. And so they're both happy. And they're like, yay, together. And it turns out the family are vampires. What? And they're they're hunting deer and drinking their blood and fun times. And so basically what he does is, like, he doesn't want to serve them anymore, and so he basically burns down the hotel, and he leaves with the money, and he can't really do anything to save his sister. She's like as safe as she can be, to be honest, with this family. Well, actually, I think that's the only reason they kept her alive, was because they made the hotel. So, like, he kind of was like, all right, come with me. Oh heck, I'm stuck. Oh no, never mind. He's like, sister, come with me, I'm saving you. And so he basically burns down the hotel, and then he brings his sister, and they live happily ever after. Except not, because the vampires are after him. Anyways, that's basically what the end of the story is. I'm sorry, I'm not good at telling stories. Yeah. Da 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 da. Sing among the stars. Da 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 da. I can summarize things. Like, that's what I could do, and I like summarizing, like, stories that I've seen. But that one's, like, really hard to do, and I'm sorry about that. Excuse me. Oh my. That's not what I want. Cheese and crackers, crackers and cheese. Ah. Okay. What else? What other scary stories can we tell? One of my favorite movies, Hush. If you haven't seen that movie, it's very good. It's on Netflix. But I think I might tell that story because I do remember it pretty well. Maybe not. What's another short story? I could talk about SCPs, I guess. So, some of my favorite SCPs, since they are kind of horror, related in a sense. My favorite are SCP readings, I think on YouTube. They're a fun channel. They do readings of the SCP documents. Oh, let's do the teddy bear. I don't remember the SCP number. I should look that up actually.
Oh! My booty.
I should look that up before I read the say it, shouldn't I? But I do remember the story. I like to be informed before I say things, but I'm not very good at doing that. Alright, SCP-148. A small teddy bear approximately 33 centimeters high. They're testing composition and the subject. Unusual qualities. Alright. Now then, I will tell the story. Not really a story, but I will tell this SCP from memory, because I do remember this. If you've not seen SCP, or what SCP is, I would suggest to go to SCP. Is it .com? Just SCP Foundation. It is an actual place where people, such as yourself, can post these stories or read these stories. It is more of a document of these creatures and things that people have found throughout this world. These anomalies, I might say, that people have documented and put into this form so that others may be informed of these anomalies. Now, these SCPs, SCP stands for Secure, Contain, Protect, I believe. There are many different ways of saying them, but I believe that is it. And there are a couple different levels of containment. Now, this containment does not mean that they are actually, safe, because that is the first level I would say is safe. Now, these SCPs are not safe. They are just easy and able to be contained. So these are safe to be around in the sense of their containment. Let me see what the classes are. Wow, I can't spell. Bro, if I type this in and then they have like a thing where like you can take classes, that'd be funny. Alright. So safe class, easiest to contain. Safe class SCPs are anomalies that are easy and safely contained. This is often due to the fact that the Foundation has researched the SCP very well. Yes. So the next class is Euclid, protectable. Euclid class SCPs are anomalies that require more resources to contain completely, or where containment isn't always reliable. Usually, this is because the SCP is insufficiently understood. Wow, I finally figured out what that is. Oh, I can read. Class Keter. Most difficult to contain. And, yeah, just very difficult to contain is basically it. Class. Class. Foundation. And then, really the ones that we need to worry about are the ones that we know of, used mainly on these forms are Safe, Euclid, and Keter. These are the main ones that we will be using for this, for many of these that we have read about or are going to be reading about. Now, I believe there's SCP, 148A and also B. And here's the actual document, which is what I want. Is this the actual document? No. This is not the document about the SCP. Alright, so we have SCP Keter class. And Keter, for those who don't remember, it is very difficult to contain. So we basically have no idea how to contain this. SCP is a small teddy bear. We already read this. Not observed. Alright. So this SCP, from first look, seems very cute and very cuddly, and you would love to hold this cute little teddy bear. And, you know, they are able to move and walk, and they do help you in most situations, but they do this weird thing where they collect things, but not normal objects. They collect ears. Now this is one of many things that they do collect, but this is the one that I do know most of. They collect ears, and no one knows where these ears come from. Every once in a while, we'll find someone without an ear, but that is supposedly where some of the ears come from. We don't know where all of them came from. So, this teddy bear collects ears, and every once in a while, if they collect enough, there will be another teddy bear made out of ears. And this teddy bear, on the other hand, is not nice. This teddy bear, if you get into a certain distance of this teddy bear, I believe it is a meter, roughly 2 meters from this teddy bear, it will send this high-pitched scream, bursting your eardrums, trying to kill you with its scream. Now, this is very dangerous and not very safe, so as long as we can find the teddy bear and collect the ears and dispose of them correctly, there will be no problems with the teddy bear. And that was SCP-1048, I believe, and SCP-1048A is the normal teddy bear, and one SCP-10848B is the teddy bear with the ears. Now, these two teddy bears, that is how this SCP works, or mainly the SCP Foundation works, is you find an SCP, and if this SCP has multiple things, such as multiple teddy bears, each SCP has its own number. One of my favorite SCPs, because they're adorable. They're little eyes. They look like little Hershey Kisses with eyes, and they have little wheels on the bottom of their bodies. I do not remember what SCP number they are, but I believe that they are safe, because the SCP is safe, and they are also safe. 1 second. Sorry, my headset was bothering me. Excuse me. But this SCP is safe because they are very harmless, and they really are just trying to help you, and they will help you in almost any task that you do have. And they will start shivering and shaking when they notice When they notice SCP-167, is that it? When the peanut monster comes, which is another SCP. Another one from the game SCP. Now, SCP Peanut. And these little eyeballs, there's A and B, and they're really cute and really adorable, and you can actually find them in this game. Now, the Peanut, which is the main game, which most people play, a lot of people do like it, I think it's adorable, is the Neck Snapper. And what we know of this SCP is that they are mainly made out of concrete. They can't really figure out the exact, the body of it exactly. So they basically are just saying that it's made out of concrete. And this SCP has the power to snap people's necks. There is no real reason for this SCP to snap necks or do any of the things that it can do, but the only way to stop it is to stare at it. Now, I believe that this would be Keter, or what was the other one? It is not safe. That is all I know, is that it is not safe. It is hard to contain, but they are able to contain it. As long as they have cameras or someone watching it, it is okay and will not move. and so the game is basically based on that. Another one of the best days. Oh, actually, I have an avatar for this. Heck. Alright. It might play music that I don't want it to play. So I'm going to mute avatars. Alright, hello, welcome to the SCP avatar. Alright, so we have this, right? Okay. Now, let's see what Peanut is. I think it actually has... Oh, it is just Peanut. So this is Peanut. Say hello to Peanut. Say hello. Say hello and greetings. Hello, my name is Peanut. It is nice to meet you. Alright, so that is Peanut. Hello, I'm Peanut, and if you stop looking at me, I will diddly darn snap your neck. And yes, I don't know why I want to snap your neck, but I will. And also among Peanut. I'm sorry. Our next SCP that we'll be talking about is SCP-096. SCP-096 is a SCP, I believe, also Keter. Not for sure. Oh no, what happened? There we go. Gomenasai. I didn't realize that I put it on that. Basically, this SCP, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at any pictures. Don't look at any drawings of it. You are unable to look at this creature, because if you do, no matter where you are, no matter where this creature is, it will find you, and it will kill you. Just like that movie. Now, this SCP is a little crazy. He's a little insane. So as long as you don't see him, he won't come for you. But I will come for you. Rawr! Wait, is this a better... There. Rawr! 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 Alright. It's much better with the music that plays with it, but yeah. So that's SCP-096. And our last one is Larry. Now, Larry is a beautiful creature. Oh heck. Sorry. I'm gonna move back here so you can see Larry. He is a goopy monster. Oh no, not the Larry. And he is here to, take you down to his lair and, all of that stuff. Fun times. I don't know, where did this go? What the heck? But yeah, that's basically Larry for you. Larry, scary. And these are the names of the SCPs that people have given them. I don't know if they're actually real ones or not. But that's really all I have for today. I'll actually plan stuff for tomorrow. Because actually, ooh, hi dog. That's actually a lot of fun, and I think I'll be continuing doing horror stories and SCPs and stuff like that. So I'll make a little list and little synopsis of things that I'll be doing tomorrow. Hopefully if I have time. I am grooming dogs tomorrow. I do have work tomorrow, so I'll finish this avatar that I'm working on, add some stuff to it, and then I'll make a little list and start doing stuff for that. But I do have to go. Where did my stuff go too? Like my streaming stuff. What the heck? Alright, so I might have to do this the stupid way. Anyways, I love and appreciate every single one of you. Y'all are amazing. Mwah. Thank you so much for watching me. For all the things, all the comments, all the things, all the love you. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, time zone. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you. I love and appreciate you. I already said that. Hecka. Stay peachy, alright?